From smile to Jannah to smiles to Gaza.
Your patience has paid off. All the money you donated to Gaza through my fundraising link is making its way into Gaza. Look at the logo on the boxes. Makes me very proud, alhamdulillah. And the journey does not end. Keep giving via the link in the description. Assalamu alaikum guys, and welcome to another episode of Smile to Jannah. Ladies and gentlemen, don't mess with the Hindus when it comes to cow poo. Cow poo is venerated a lot in India because of the cow. Here you have they're pooing all over my parade. I was going to react to a cow poo video, but Indian doctors warn against cow dung as COVID cure. Doctors in India are warning against the practice of using cow dung in the belief it will ward off COVID-19. Why? Because people were actually doing it. That's why the doctors had to speak out. In Mahabharata, in chapter 13 verse 81, it says Lakshmi, one of their goddesses, lives in cow dung and cow urine. In Shrimad Bhagavatam 10:8-22, it says Krishna and Balaram dressed in cow dung. Again in 10:6-19, Krishna bathed in cow dung. In Vishnu Smriti 99:9-11, it says God resides in fresh cow dung. Yeah, it's got to be fresh. So in other words, the cow, and more specifically the cow dung, has religious significance and precedent within the scriptures of the Hindus. Bearing that in mind, we are going to react to this video. As a disclaimer, we're not interested in that. He's sinking, yeah? I know you guys have heard of quicksand. This is not quicksand.
You know, some of our viewers...
This guy is pretty much dressed in a hazmat costume. Look at that. I know what the GB News guys would say. Where are the women? Yeah? Stick the women in the cow poo. They're not going to say this over here. You can see the women are on the side. They are being segregated, ladies and gentlemen. Why aren't they involved? The men are topless. Why don't the women get involved if you want to extend these liberal values everywhere? Okay, so I think that was just like a reaction video. So this is actually from NDTV. It's a channel in India. They've titled it, Tyler Oliveira attends Indians poop throwing festival, sparks outrage with racist comments. Racist towards who?
I went to India's spoon throwing festival. It was the worst experience of my life.
He didn't say worst experience, did he? Yeah, you gotta give credit to the guy. He used a different word.
I will never go back.
See here, he just got that huge Paul purr to the side of his cheek. And see how he got his mouth open?
In some parts of India, Diwali doesn't just mean lights and fireworks. In some parts, it also involves a cow dung fight. This festival is called Gorhaba, which is celebrated in South India. Participating in this unique festival was an American YouTuber, Tyler Oliveira, who is now under fire for his racist comments in India and representing Gorhaba in a bad light. So,
what? Hang on a minute. Are you blaming Tyler for representing you guys in a bad light? I thought you guys throwing cow poo around did that. I don't think you need Tyler to do that for you guys. How about you just don't throw cow poo around? How about that? And what's so racist about saying, yeah, this is a bit mad? What is the world coming to, ladies and gentlemen?
Tyler Oliveira, who is now under fire for his racist comments.
Let's see what they say. Now go do the same in all the other nations. Who does that? Who throws cow poo? Which other nation? Including the one you live in. Inside islands, annual sheep dung spitting. I'm sorry, I need to check that out. Islands what? So first Irish sheep dung spitting. Yes, you read correctly. Competition featured at the festival. Taking part in the sheep dung festival competition during the lake of... Yeah, that's a bit mad. Yeah, but how are you comparing people bathing in cow poo to some psycho with a bit of poo droplets on his face? I'm sorry, they just don't equate. Yeah, they're both mad. They're crazy, but one says it's from their religion, their gods and goddesses did the same thing, and the other one just does it, I don't know, to get a kick out of it.
It's in India and representing Gorhaba in
What
a
was that? Survived the so-called poop festival in India. Proud moment. Unlike the brave squad of Americans with a child no less surviving their own poop parades back home. Only difference, ours wash it off. Theirs call it culture. Cow dung festival in America. Every year, Oklahoma cow chip throw competition is held where people licked dry cow chips before throwing them. Again, throwing cow chips compared to bathing in the stuff and claiming your gods did the same thing. Nay, they lived in it.
bad light. So many Indians are also lazily reporting his video and mass, risking censorship.
He just got that huge lump on his
Look at that. The guy got violated with that one.
cheek and see his mouth's open, ain't it?
Oh no! Tyler Oliveira shared a teaser clip titled Inside India's Poop Throwing Festival, and it quickly got more than 5 million views on X. In another video, he can be seen wearing a matching suit and goggles covered in cow dung. In a tweet, he wrote, "Yes, I went to India's pup throwing festival. It was the shittiest experience of my life.
That's the
I will
correct
never
quote.
go back. Please pray that I survive," and added a poo emoji. Now, while the video
He did add a poop emoji. Thanks for clarifying that, because that's important, because it links with the you know what I mean.
has since gone viral, Indians are not having it. The 25-year-old YouTuber is facing backlash for his racist comments and sharing videos about the festival without any context, while many netizens are
We need context, yeah? He should have given context. Oh, that's what he did wrong.
reporting his video as spammed with comments.
So much for India being the biggest democracy, huh?
Tyler
I thought it
himself-
was free speech, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not like you guys hired this festival. It literally came at the end of Diwali. You can search this up. And Diwali is something you guys love talking about. But why do you not mention this?
Shared screenshots of users who think Tyler has specifically been hired to tarnish India's reputation.
Hired.
Gorhaba is celebrated in at least 2 Indian villages. Gomatapura in
Yeah, not one, 2 villages. Not like a little house somewhere.
Karnataka and Kayurpala near Aspari in Kurnool
Wow,
district
these guys
of
are
Andhra
getting really stuck in there, aren't they?
Pradesh. It is celebrated a day after Diwali's Bali Padyami.
You know,
where
sometimes they say he's like a fish in water. I don't know what example these guys would use.
participants throw cow dung at each other. It is meant to celebrate God Bishwar Swami, who is believed to have been born from cow dung, according to
There you go. This is another god that's popped up from cow dung.
Hindu legends. What do you think about this? Should
Imagine if a guy claims to be a god and then you ask where he's from. He goes, yeah, from that pile of cow poo over there. I don't think that guy should be taken seriously. Prove me wrong. I'm open to having a dialogue. Let me know in the comments, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on. Yeah, I definitely think religion is not free from critique. I think that's enough to discredit anyone, ladies and gentlemen. There needs to be a criteria when someone claims that something is from God, that you measure, that is rational, that's logical, that's beneficial. A God coming out of cow poo and then people claiming that it's a cure and, you know, gods were in it. That's not a very good example for us to be following, is it, ladies and gentlemen? There's a reason the cow excretes it from its body. It's a waste product. If it was so good, we'd see it everywhere, right? Or is it only the Indians and the Hindus that have got this right, that have understood the benefits? Why hasn't everybody else understood the benefits? I thought medicine and science was universal, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you guys think.